Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I want to ask you a question today. Is a secularized lifestyle possible for a man and a woman of God? What I mean by secularized is you still believe that there's a life after this, but the present life is very important to you and you are consumed about it. That's what I want to talk to you about. Let's get into it. All right, the scripture that I'm concentrating on is Daniel 5, verse 1 to 4. Belshazzar the king made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, while he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein. Then they brought the golden vessels and were taken out of the temple of the house of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines drank in them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver and of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. Belshazzar was having this feast, this party, this big event, this big celebration where all his rulers and lords and children, princes and his wives, everybody was there. And he even directed what was to be used and what was to be eaten and drank at this party. It was a very important thing for him, and so important that he forgot about everything else. This was the huge event a huge event in his life, and nothing is going to stop it. He's going to have it. He's going to enjoy himself. Nothing wrong to enjoy yourselves, but he went overboard to enjoy himself and have a celebration of some kind. We don't know. Now, I don't want to say that it's wrong for a man and a woman of God to enjoy themselves or celebrate or something or have a feast or something. I don't want to say that. But what I want to talk about is the involvement of it. That nothing else is important. You're so into enjoying yourselves that nothing else rise to that level of importance. The thing is, we need to be watchful in all instances. We need to be watchful in all cases, because the enemy can attack at any time, and it's his plan is to watch when you are distracted, to watch when you are at your most vulnerable. And this is what happened to King Belshazzar. He was into this thing and unaware of what the enemy was planning. The thing is, the enemy knew about this feast. The enemy knew about this celebration. He knew that the attack should come that night while he was enjoying himself, while Belshazzar was distracted with enjoyment. The enemy knew. His enemy knew that that should be the night we're gonna attack. And what did the enemy use? The enemy used something that was very important to King Belshazzar. Attacked him. There's a huge tragedy in this story. It led to Belshazzar's demise because he felt he believed or thought that my enjoyment is much more important than my watchfulness. I can enjoy myself. I'm protected. I have a huge wall around me. I'm protected. We need to be watchful. The enemy is waiting to attack you while you are unaware. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Please, you can enjoy yourself. But I think that the joy that comes from being joyful while struggling, I think that pleases God the most. If we are still joyful while in a struggle, while watchful, that pleases God more. That's what I think. The joy of the Lord is a much bigger strength to a human than any human can realize. It's the same as a child. That's the joy that a child experiences by playing in the mud, and he or she can't imagine riding in the heavens, in the sky, outside of earth. The joy of the Lord is big, it's strong. Let that be your watchful eye. Let the story of Belshazzar be a reminder to us to be watchful at all times, even when we are at our most vulnerable. I hope these words were encouraging to you, and I'll see you next time.